Hey everyone, Amy here with Tamira's Customer Success team, and today I'm going to show you what options you have with jobs and geofencing. Okay, so you can see here that I have the web portal up here. I'm on my jobs and tasks page inside the web portal, and on the right hand side I'm displaying my iPhone, so you can see what I'm doing on my phone and what that looks like for different setups in the web portal. Okay, so when the employee goes to clock in, their first choice is to select a job, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that inside my app. Right, I tapped on select a job, and now in the search bar, I'm going to go ahead and search for that job. Okay, I'm going to choose Timiro. Okay, and then next, I have the option to choose a task. All right, this is optional. All right, so if you have tasks turned on in your account, the users will choose a job, then they'll go ahead and choose a task to clock into. All right, you can turn this off and only allow just for jobs, and you can turn jobs off altogether. All right, but for this purpose, we're going to go ahead and choose the job called Timiro and the task name Training with Amy, which you can see right here. Okay. Now, with your jobs, if you have the information entered in the portal about contact details and the address and things like that, the employee can hit the info button inside the mobile app and retrieve those details here. Okay, so you have a job description, we have contact information, the address info, and you can even tap on Get Directions inside the mobile app, choose how you want to get those directions, and the employee can get them very easily on their phone, okay, from here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Okay, back inside the mobile app. All right, so inside the web portal now, if I click on the Update Job button, and then at the top of the screen here, if I choose Location Details, all right, you can see that those details are entered right here. Okay? Now, if I didn't have these location details in here, obviously inside the mobile app, your employee, when they hit the info button, would not be able to see those details. Okay? So, the next thing I want to show you is just clocking in with this standard geofencing, okay, turned on. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and clock into this job. Okay, so I'm officially on the clock, the timer is running, and we have a geofence set at 199 meters, okay? If I go to the timesheet tab, okay, I'm clocked in as bugs, right? So you're going to see a flag here, okay? I clocked in a Timiro and Training with Amy, all right? And if I hover over that flag, the message is displayed is clocked in or out outside of the geofence area, which is completely true. Okay, I obviously did not clock in to that job, so if I go ahead and check out the route map here, you can see where I clocked in, and you can see where the geofence is for that job. Okay, so that's the first thing that we can do. So you can see I clocked in all the way over here. I'm zooming way out, okay, and the geofence is right here, this building that you can see here. All right, so that's why the timesheet was flagged. Okay, so that's one way that you can set up geofencing for your team. Okay, another option for geofencing, okay, if the flag isn't enough, we can block people from being able to clock in, all right, outside of that geofence. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clock out. All right, I'm going to refresh this tab here. All right, and you can see now I'm officially off the clock. On the right-hand side, you can see that, and of course, you can see here I clocked in and out. Here's my timesheet. Now, we already have the geofence set up, okay? So this next step to be able to block somebody from being able to clock in unless they're inside of that geofence will be to head over to your company settings here, scroll down just a bit, and where it says require users to be within a geofence to clock in, we're going to turn that on. Okay, we're going to turn that on. And while we're here, we'll also turn off the task option. Okay, so you can see what that looks like. Right, so now we have require users to be within a geofence to clock in. That is turned on, and we're going to save. Okay, now on my phone, I'm just going to do a quick manual sync to ensure that those changes will go into effect right away. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and clock in, and we're going to see what that looks like. Right? So I'm going to select a job. Of course, we're going to choose Timero again. And you'll see here I was not even asked to choose a task because we went ahead and turned that off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clock in. I'm going to say yes, my location is accurate. And it's popping up this message now. All right, and again, that is because I'm not inside that Geofence. All right, so with that toggle turned on, over here in the company settings, require users to be within a Geofence to clock in. This is what's displayed on the screen for users. So I would never be able to clock in from where I am right now. Okay. And then the last option, which I'm not going to be able to demonstrate on my phone, unfortunately. Let's go back to the Jobs tabs here. All right, we're going to go back into the Timero job one last time. Okay, and we're going to click on Update Job. And then under Location Details, you're going to see another option here where it says Geofence Actions. Okay, and those Geofence actions are displayed over here. Okay, so with this on, show smartphone notification, when your team arrives inside of this Geofence that you created, they'll get a smartphone notification reminding them to go ahead and clock in. Okay, if you have it set for on departure, they'll get the same notification, of course, except it'll say, hey, don't forget to clock out. Okay, so these can be turned on, but with these notifications, of course, you have to have a Geofence. If you don't have the Geofence box checked, then we can't send out a notification to remind them to clock in because there's no Geofence boundary. Okay, so make sure that if you want these notifications to happen, all right, we have to have that required geofencing turned on. And when your employee enters here, that boundary, they'll get that notification to clock in or out, depending on your settings down here. You can have those reminders set for all of your team, okay, or just specific users if you'd like. If you leave this blank, it'll default to everyone. Okay, so if you want everyone, just leave it blank. You can choose all, of course, but if you leave it blank, it defaults to everyone. And speaking of defaulting to all users, back on your jobs and tasks page, if you were unsure what this meant here, assigned, I'll quickly explain that before I end this video. So assigning the job to all users just simply means that when your team taps on select a job, okay, to clock into, they have access. All of your team members can clock into this job. They're going to see it in the list on the right-hand side, right? But if you assign it to a specific person or a specific group of people, obviously then, not everyone can see that job to clock into it. So for example, this job name here, if you recall, I am logged in as Bugs Bunny. Okay, so if I go to select a job to clock into, this job right here, Pizza Ribba, will not be in my job list because it's only assigned to this gentleman here. Okay, so if I go down and I search, okay, you see here I can't see that job. I can try searching for it up top. And again, you can't see that job. All right, so if I change it, all right, if I go ahead and change this to all, okay, again, you don't have to click all, it'll default to all if you uncheck it. So, okay, so it says see all users. I'm going to update the job. I'll just do a quick sync to update that. Now when I go to choose the job, I should have access to it, and I do. It's right here. All right, so that's what that means here. All right, if you have any questions about jobs or geofencing, please give us a call at 888-998-0852. We're happy to assist you, and I look forward to working with you. Take care.